disappointed in you.
I know.
And
I
you
know
know
what you're
why?
going to say. Yeah.
Because you've corrupted our little sister. And I have a theory about Friends. Friends is like cilantro. You genetically either love it or hate it. Like there is a DNA trait that you have that makes you either love Friends or hate it.
Now let me ask you a question.
There is no, it's like Danielle Staub.
There is no in between
with Friends.
Now I have a question for you. Have you ever seen an episode?
Yes.
Which one?
Massapequa.
Such a good episode.
And I only could tolerate the episode because Alec Baldwin was being hilarious, but the rest of the Friends are garbage. And then I was laying with Snitch yesterday, and she was watching an episode where Rachel wants to become a smoker for the gossip.
Oh yeah.
And like, I just was staring at Margot the whole time to make sure she didn't laugh.
No, but here's the thing: you can never even attempt to like it because you're being stubborn, like you're being Margot.
No,
like
there was a time when I really was so open-minded because you talk about it so much on the show that it would behoove me to like it. But it is such garbage. It's crazy. And I can't believe that you guys like it. It's cilantro. I'm Caleb Nickel and I hate cilantro.
I hate cilantro too, and I understand what you're saying.
I don't hate cilantro, but I hate Friends.
I just feel as if you've never...
I wonder if all people who like cilantro
also like
don't
Friends.
like Friends and hate cilantro because you hate it and you like Friends. I like cilantro and I don't like Friends.
So I'm just gonna go out on a limb.
And I like my Skechers sneakers, but I love my Prada.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say there's absolutely no correlation between the two, but then again...
I tell you I'm onto something.
Then again, what do I know about genetics?
I'll be testing people.
Well, I got Margot into Friends, and it's the greatest thing to ever happen. Also, because it's a great show to travel with. Like, every time you're in a hotel room, it's always on, like, Nick at Night or TBS or some shit. So it's nice to have a show that, like, you can just watch. Even if you've seen every episode, like, you've really never seen it.
And why does she keep saying pivot?
He watches Friends. It's a joke. Because, do you want to know why?
No.
So when Ross gets a new couch, he makes them all carry it up the stairs, and they live in a walk-up, and like they literally can't get this couch up the stairs because it's so narrow, and they're almost there. They're like turning the corner on the staircase, and Ross is screaming like in the weirdest accent. He's like, "Pivot!" Like he's screaming at the top of his lungs. It's just like a great part of the episode.
There should be a show where you recap Friends because your explanations of Friends episodes, to me, you make Friends sound interesting.
Because that was a good recap, right?
Yeah, and I know anything that Matt LeBlanc, what's his character?
Joey. I agree with you there.
Anything that he does is so annoying. He couldn't say chicken soup in the commercial.
Oh,
Noodle soup.
Yeah. I agree with you there. Don't get me wrong. It's not a perfect show. It's not a perfect show. And if I had all the time in the world, I would go into the intricacies of all the people who were cast members and the problems. It's like Monica and Ross, like, there's something inappropriate about their brother-sister relationship. Joey, is anyone really that stupid? No. And I do have problems with it. Rachel, like actually the most annoying human being on the fucking face of the earth and so undeserving of Ross's love because Ross, and people disagree with me for saying this, but out of everyone in the group.
I saw your controversial tweet.
Ross is the catch.
Okay.
He is the doctor. He has all he wants to do is start a family, and Rachel's like so put off by the fact that he like wants to move to Westchester and like get married and start a family. It's like, ew, Rachel, you're fucking trash. What, you want to be a slut and like run out of more weddings? Please. No, Ross is a stand-up fucking guy who just has good values, cares about his family, cares about his children, like just wants to get married, and they're always making fun of him for being the guy who gets married. Like, I very much am here for Ross.
Okay, I've officially reached my quota of time spent talking about
Friends-related content.
Right, so
I understand.
Maybe tomorrow you'll bring me to the other side.
I understand.
How was the Knicks game?
Oh my God, okay.
How was Pete Davidson?
So yeah, I mean, to be honest, I have a lot of things. For Ben is always asking me to go to Knicks games, and I just can't. Like, that's not how I choose to spend my weeknights. Like, I have limited amounts of time at home, and I just like, I find
and
that-
they don't allow dogs.
And I just find it so boring. But it's Ben's birthday tomorrow. Oh my God, I just remembered I have to get him a gift. Oh, we're going shopping today, let's do that. And I decided, like, not only am I gonna get him good seats, but like, I will endure the treachery.
Wow,
and
I just took my hair down and it made a world of difference.
No, you look great.
It's better like this.
So I went, and once I got there, seeing Pete Davidson like made me feel better, but I got Ben like really good special seats like behind the Knicks bench, and I just have to say, like, what they don't tell you about those seats, like, it smelled so bad, like so sweaty, and like I couldn't, at first I was like, who smells? I'm like, maybe it's the 10 huge sweaty athletes sitting in front of me. I don't know, maybe. But it was so smelly and so torturous that like I literally, like I couldn't stand it. And like what they don't tell you about those really good courtside seats is that they were really fucking uncomfortable chairs. Like the guy next to me,
folding chairs.
The guy next to me was actually sitting on my lap. I literally said, I'm like,
Ben?
No, this guy next to me, I was like, hi, Like, do you want to eat my vagina? Like, what do you want? He was literally sitting on top of me.
So, like, it wasn't a pleasant experience?
No, I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
And you get that lounge with the free
I feel
food.
like Knicks games are always fun. No one ever invites me to
I saw a
game.
bunch of toasters.
And I wouldn't spend my own money on Knicks tickets because I would have to care, you know? I'd rather go to a concert.
Yeah, no, it's not how I choose to spend my time, but Ben loves it so much, and I know that, like, when he goes with his friends, he, like, feels bad leaving me at home. Like, little does he know, like, my time alone with Theo is the best time of my life. But he doesn't want to leave, so I'm like, okay, now he puts me in the position where, like, I have to go.
Yeah.
And it was his birthday, and I think he was really happy, so I think I did the good wife thing.
Well, I'm going to give you one more opportunity to join me this evening at my culinary boot camp.
So here's the thing. I was going to join you.
Because in just 3 weeks' time, I'll be a master chef.
I know, and you sent the link, and you're like, for anyone who wants to come, and I was going to do it until I realized it's a 3-hour class tonight. And it's like, I just don't have 3 hours to spare, like, off of my phone.
I just think, like, what I will have to put in, I will get so much out of it for life. Like, I've just been craving fresh food that I can make, you know? Like, I even made, like, a Boca burger last night with, like, a piece of cheese, and it was really
it sad?
It was so sad, and the cheese didn't melt, and, like...
For me, the problem, like, the reason why I'm not making food at home is not because I don't know how to cook. It's because I have no food.
Oh, well, then you get food, like, once you know how to cook...
Yeah, but I'm always doing, like, grocery delivery, and it's like, I don't even live here, like...
Yeah, no, it's tough. I'm going to have to figure it out. That's why this is the perfect time to do it, because I'm moving soon, so then I'll have all my registry, like, pots
Unboxed.
and pans, and then I'll be so excited about the kitchen.
Totally.
Anyways, I'm just really looking forward to it. My first New Year's resolution this year is to learn how to cook, and I'm very much making strides. There's nothing like setting goals and accomplishing them, like we spoke about yesterday.
And if you don't say your goals, you can never accomplish them.
So I'm also going to say my other goal for the year, which, because I missed my resolutions last year, I had to double up this year, is to learn how to drive.
Oh, do you want me to teach you?
No, I'm going to take classes just like I'm taking, like I'm going to go buy the book. I have to take that 5-hour class. And first I'm going to get the cooking thing out of the way, and then maybe this summer, like, you'll see me cruising around town.
Yeah, because it's like you have so many hopes and dreams and, like, vision boards that include you driving, like, whether it's a pickup truck
My whole life
or
revolves
convertible.
around, my life goals revolve around me knowing how to drive.
So you got to just do it.
Yeah. So that's next.
Okay.
Speaking of summer fun, I did something crazy last night, and I watched an episode of Summer House.
Okay, so I've actually been, like, watching it just because, especially when I was in LA, every time I was in my green room, I was on delayed Bravo time. So I missed Vanderpump Rules and was watching Summer House. And I just have to say, like, it is trash.
It's trash, but I think it's gotten better.
Because you want to know
Because the girl with the haircut. She's changing the show.
That girl is literally, like, the
cutest girl on the planet.
Yeah, wait, who are you talking about? Brunette or blonde? Oh, no, I disagree.
The brunette.
I'm talking about Lindsay, the blonde. She cut her hair.
Right, which was just good for her.
No, because she's like one of the only people who has stood the test of time.
Right.
And she's the only person who's like honest and calling these people out for being fucking freaks. It's like they get the weirdest people on this show and they all pretend like they're normal people. But no, Lindsay's the only one being like, I think this guy's a pathological liar.
Right, when he said the virginity story and it was from a movie.
Yeah, literally. Like, the show. I thought you were talking about her because she's like a breath of fresh air, that she's like the only one living in reality.
Well, I only watched one episode, so I missed that. I saw a clip of that. I watched it. I was like, last night's episode, they all like got day party drunk. And then also we're having a party that night, and they were just like so drunk. And then Kyle was like being a drunk, like someone on Vanderpump Rules, just like an asshole. And I had just watched Vanderpump Rules, so I was ready for his now fiance to react like a whiny baby. And she was so mature with him and
That's
calm.
Annoying.
And it
That's
was
annoying.
like it was shocking to see that on TV, like someone who had their stuff together.
The Summer House show is really like Room. Because they never leave that fucking house because they're not allowed to film anywhere in Montauk. They get kicked out all the time for filming. And then when they do, they like film on a blurry cell phone. That's the only way we ever have footage. Like, I have so many problems with the show because at the end of the day, it's a genius idea. Like, everyone thinks like the Hamptons, all these people go to the Hamptons, celebrity, rich, like blah, blah. But they've managed to find 7 people who are A, uninteresting, and B, 7 people who have to go back to the city every Sunday. Like, to have a show that you can only film 2 days a week is so stupid. Why don't they get people who can work remotely? Why don't they get bloggers? Why don't they get rich people who don't have jobs who can actually spend the entire summer in the Hamptons? Half the episode is them carpooling back and forth to the city. I hate doing that in the summer. I don't want to watch other people doing it.
Right. I totally agree.
The show is like, they took this good idea and made it the worst it could ever be.
Yeah.
In terms of finding not great cast members and also finding people who have day jobs.
Yeah, I agree. But I after watching one episode, it's like better. And the girl with the haircut and Carl are like being really cute, and he's so into her, and he was never into anyone.
I don't even like Carl.
I don't like Carl either, but now like she's not into him, which like I totally get, because if she ever watched a show, why would she be? Anyways, I just like her haircut and her outfit, and I just thought it brought a different flavor to Summer House. One that I watched an episode of.
Yeah.
And it used to be like when Summer House came on, like I was like, of course I'm watching Summer House. It's
Right.
like
It's a Bravo show.
It's New York Vanderpump Rules, and that's how it was also introduced. And it was like I couldn't ever watch it. Like, it was so painful. I watched the first episode. No, I couldn't ever get through an episode. Every week I would watch, and I could never finish an episode. And last night, I stumbled into an episode, and I was like, I found myself watching it. Mm-hmm. So it's gotten better. It was all
The house has gotten sadder, though.
And we had 2 good haircuts, so.
Yeah.
The house is cute.
Yeah, but it's like not nearly as nice as the first or the second one.
Oh, I don't remember, because.
The second one was really nice, but they literally go places and get kicked out.
That's crazy.
Because like the township of local East Hampton like doesn't want them there.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So now I think they're filming like out in Watermill, which is super far.
Yeah.
Eventually they're gonna be filming like in the middle of nowhere. It's like not even the Hamptons.
Right.
They're
House.
slowly getting like kicked out of every township that they're literally gonna go to like Foxwoods. Like that's the only place left.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Anyways, we'll talk about Vanderpump Rules. You said you watched?
Yes, I did.
Cool. Okay, but before we do, here are the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast. Justin Bieber faces backlash over April Fool's Day pregnancy joke. Obviously, he did not watch the toast yesterday morning, and therefore was not in tune with what was necessary.
We are truly like psychic.
Soothsayers.
We are clairvoyant.
Totally. Some jokes just aren't funny. Justin Bieber took to Instagram on Monday to announce that his wife, Hailey Baldwin, was pregnant with the first child. He posted a photo of a sonogram, though many were suspicious that it was a stock photo. And when he posted that, everyone knew it was April Fool's. Bieber then doubled down, and he posted photos of Baldwin getting examined at what appeared to be an OBGYN's office, holding her belly. Quote, "If you thought it was April Fool's," Bieber said, affirming his wife's pregnancy. Eventually, Bieber shared another photo of a sonogram, this time with a puppy in it. "Wait, oh my God, is that a April Fool's?" he wrote. Followers weren't laughing. Quote, "Of course Justin Bieber will think a pregnancy announcement would be funny on April Fool's, especially so when 1 in 7 women have had a miscarriage, not to mention those suffering from infertility," wrote one Twitter user. Yeah, Twitter's ablaze.
Twitter's ablaze, but also like this is just something I feel like we've really grown out of as a generation. Like we just don't do this anymore. And April Fool's Day was really annoying yesterday because a lot of people, bloggers, influencers, reality stars, like were hopping on the bandwagon.
And a lot of toasters were falling for it, and I was so disappointed by the toaster community in the group. Like everyone, Luann's moving to Beverly Hills.
So I think that the worst one was Dorinda.
Oh, I didn't
She
even
literally
see
put her hands on the table, had a big engagement ring on, and was like, "I love this ring. I do love it." Like she was trying so hard not to be subtle. Like people like, "They're not engaged."
You guys, didn't we warn you? I don't know.
Don't say I didn't. Say I didn't warn you.
I was really disappointed. Like nothing was fooling me. And by the way, if someone did have a legit announcement yesterday, they'll have to re-announce it today because.
Okay, but I did see one that got me for like a second.
Was it something Navy?
No.
Oh.
It was Diet Prada. They said they were selling their Instagram account for $8 million. And honestly, like that's what it's probably worth.
Right.
And I was like, damn, I wonder why.
Because it's April Fool's.
Right. It was so stupid. Like I hope everyone is grateful that we didn't do that. Because I had some ideas.
Someone said something funny that we should have done yesterday, switch seats and like not mention it.
Oh, that would have been a good idea.
Next year.
Yeah. Maybe tell that to us on March 31st or 30th.
31st. Yeah, I was disappointed.
Yesterday was just like the day that never ended. Like of stupidity.
It was so stupid. Like every time I checked the Toasters group, I was like, another one bites the dust.
Yeah, no, I thought Something Navy's was kind of funny.
It was.
Because it was semi-believable. She said that she was going to join Real Housewives of New York. I'm like, she's a rich girl who lives in New York. Like, duh.
Yeah.
And they're trying to bring their demographic down. She's a wife.
I wonder if they've ever reached out to her.
I don't know. They haven't reached out to me, and that's all I care about.
Right, so it's not like they're totally like delving into
desperate.
I was going to say
when you said delving, I thought you were going to say desperate.
Delving into the influencer world. Anyways, Justin Bieber, nice try. And also, it's like, the thing about April Fool's, it's just like Huda Beauty. You can't start a few days before, and you can't double down.
Yeah.
You do it once if people call you out.
The doubling down.
The doubling down, that's an announcement. So, like, you saying it's not April Fool's makes it not April Fool's.
And anyone who does an April Fool's joke of something that they're actually going to want in a few years, like whether it's pregnancy or like some of my career goals, like that is just a bad omen.
April Fool's, I learned how to drive.
Okay, that's not like that bad.
No, but it's my goal.
But it's like April Fool's, I got my own beauty line. No, you actually want that.
Yeah, that's fucking sad that I
Yeah,
didn't.
that's it, because then it's
April
highlighting
2nd,
that you don't have it.
April 2nd is going to be a hard day.
Right, emotional.
Yeah,
Because it's only highlighting the fact that you don't have your own beauty line.
exactly. And that I want one.
Right.
And that
and
I
you
can't
can't get
have
one. Right.
Totally.
Sad.
Very sad. Okay.
There are rules when it comes to April Fools, and honestly, we failed yesterday as a society.
Yeah, you guys, I'm so disappointed. I really expected so much from the Toasters. Like I thought we were ironclad.
You know,
I
'cause
thought we were in it together. We were gonna like move like a school of fish. Like,
You know, and we
dodging April Fool's jokes.
We had our guards on. We were blinded by the light. We had our horse blinders. That's the word. I couldn't find it. Horse blinders, like Secretariat.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of sad, Poosh has launched.
Great segue.
Thank you. And instead of reading, someone's recap, highlighting the highlights, we're going to go through the website and we're going to read you some of the headlines and we're going to get to the bottom of what this website strives to be.
And before you do, because I know they already fixed it, I saw in the Toasters group.
That was that girl's phone.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
she had bad Wi-Fi. Everyone else
okay.
was like, no. But honestly, it really was helpful for me because I was able to see the headlines like straight up, like ingredient highlight.
No, check. I'm talking about something else.
Ingredient
I'm
spotlight.
talking about something else.
What are
the
you-
About page.
Oh.
Her About page for a while had the template in which, like, the website, like, when you use, like, WordPress, it's like, place something here about your brand. What do you want everyone to know?
Stop.
And she forgot to update the About page to be like, this is Kourtney Kardashian here. And she literally just had, like, the template verbiage on it.
Wow. Very sad.
Also, my coffee table's coming today.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm happy
For you, know that I am, even if I can't understand, I'll take the pain. Oh my God, I have to tell you something. So at my show this weekend, there was girls there with their mom, and they came up and like the mom was like a little mean. Like she was like a little like classic like judgmental mom, but like I wasn't her daughter, you know?
Right.
And she was like, she said to me, she goes, don't let your ego get too big. And I was like, oh, wait. Then the people behind her, they were like, that mom was so crazy. She was like, I don't know if Jack is as beautiful as she looks on TV.
I just want to say I'm more beautiful because I'm like literally, just case in point.
You
My
are.
outfit today is so cute. On this show, I look like a sack of potatoes.
No, totally. And it's just
tweed.
like, people could say what they want about us, but like, you're beautiful and I'm
Oh, thanks.
hilarious.
I didn't even mean to be, but like, I literally don't look beautiful on this show.
No, totally.
This show does nothing for me.
So it was just like this mom was like coming for us and she was in the VIP line. I'm like, you are not a VIP.
That's crazy.
And it was just crazy that it came from a mom.
When she said to you, I don't let your ego get too big, I'm like, huh? What did she
You
say?
only started listening when I said that thing about you.
Well, because like, I understand if she wants to give you critiques while you're in person. Maybe
is
she
that a
doesn't.
weird place to
maybe she
give
doesn't know when
critiques?
she's going to see you again. But like, what do I have to do with this?
We
Leave me
weren't
out of
even
it. I'm
in
pitching
California.
tomorrow.
You weren't even in California.
She's from Pensacola. That's not that much bigger than Maysville.
If you don't know, that line is from an iconic scene in Law & Order SVU that I actually auditioned for. And I had a meeting when I was in LA and people were like, what do you want? Like, you want your own TV show? I'm like, I want to be an extra in SVU.
Yeah.
And that's another career goal of mine. So now I have 4. Netflix special, media partner for The Toast, the one that actually might come true that I don't want to say, and
Law and
extra.
Order extra.
Not an extra, just like the murderer.
Or like dead body.
Fuck no. Do you know how hard it is to stand still, like not breathe?
We tried it once.
Oh yeah, hold on. Did we? Did we actually have this conversation?
Yes,
like,
we
verbatim?
went like this.
Okay.
And then we said, what would you do? Like, also now act like you found the dead body.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're dead.
I'll be dead.
Okay.
Well, we were jogging when we did it before, so let's switch it up.
Okay, I'll
You're
jog.
solo. You're on a solo jog.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm on a solo jog. Well, that's highly unrealistic. Okay. Just jogging through the woods.
That's why it's called acting.
Truly. Just jogging through the woods, minding my own business. Got my AirPods on. Oh. Ah! A dead body in the woods? Why is her tongue out? She's come back to life. Oh my God. Honestly though, like, I just really think like I would slay it as a murderer.
Yeah.
In SVU.
You would literally slay.
Slay all day. Okay, sorry, back to Poosh.
Back to Poosh. So here are some of the headlines. The big story of the day, Kris Jenner on what it takes to be a boss. And what it takes to be a good mom is to sit down with your daughter for this article.
So, no, what it takes to be a good mom is to literally do everything for your idiotic daughter.
Right. Okay, then first on the scroll page, it has a nice format.
This is giving me Arthur George vibes, like just in terms of the level of sadness.
First story, how to look good naked. Honestly.
With a picture of Kourtney.
Click.
Yeah. What are the tips?
Oh, let's see.
Like, this is
In
just
a world of mirror selfies, bikini shots, and filters, the pressure to look a certain Instagrammable way are real, thanks to Kourtney Kardashian and her photoshopping in the bathtub.
No, she's literally the one setting these unrealistic.
That's
like,
why she's been.
Right.
So she could
Totally.
tell us how.
This is vertical integration. Like, she's making everyone feel insecure and then also telling them how to not feel insecure.
Right.
Wait, I have a question. In our minds, like, who are we supposed to think is writing this? Kourtney?
Okay. Well, there's some that are by Poosh and some that are by Kourtney. This one's by Poosh, which means
It's
like
like
her
an
staff.
intern.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's you, you're not alone. We get it. And with that comes the desire to look and feel 100% when you're wearing, well, nothing. Today, I feel like an SNL. Like,
Yeah.
Today, we're taking the stress out of undressing and sharing the key to looking your best when you're down to your birthday suit or even bra and undergarments. Regular workouts and clean eating aside, feeling primed sans clothes starts with healthy skin, which is why we're focusing on ways to keep your body hydrated and fresh from head to toe. We already did the intro paragraph. Where are the tips?
Yeah.
Here are some tips to help you achieve this. Okay. Scrubs. There's no better way to slough off unwanted, dry, flaky skin than a powerful yet safe scrub. Okay, and then there is a bunch of scrubs. Body cream. Bunch of body creams, including La Mer, obviously, and Kopari.
Oh, so obviously she's making money from all the products she's selling.
Yeah. Hydration. There's a couple water bottles.
By the way, if someone asked me, like, what's the best way to look naked? Like, I could tell you exfoliate and then moisturize. Like, this is not that complicated.
Get a spray tan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lighting. And then candles. I don't know.
Someone's like, Claudia, how do you feel good naked? You know what I do? I put on clothes.
Oh, and don't forget about this one. Posture.
That's actually true.
Yeah. Just stand up straight.
This is so dumb. So
Next
basically,
up,
wait,
foods to flatten your belly.
she took her app and just made it a website and called it something new and took the
guess
dash
so.
Instagram. Talk about phoning it in.
Ingredient spotlight. We're spotlighting an ingredient.
Okay, what is the ingredient? Kale?
Turmeric.
Like, I don't think I could relate to this website on any less of a level.
Must-haves for a relaxing night in. Beyonce's makeup artist on how to get fuller lips.
Well,
Why
this
don't
is
you
just
just talk
weird.
to Kylie, bitch?
Or Mario. Like, this is weird. Her and Beyonce and the Kardashians are not on good terms.
Yeah. Non-toxic SPFs for face and body.
This is so weird. Hannah Lublé makes a great point. This feels counterproductive. Like, she's already a huge brand with lots of connections and she's launching a blog. Like, people start with a blog.
Right. Yeah, this makes no fucking sense. I mean, not that I was ever gonna like give it the not that I would ever be a Poosh subscribee. Like, this is just.
Can I see it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I wonder who made the website. So she has kids stuff, decor. Okay, if she had started something decor oriented, like, I would have bought.
Yeah, but it's like she's so like she used to be
Is
the
that Shay
decor
Mitchell?
queen.
Yes, it is. Shay Mitchell. Warming up your muscles before a solid workout shouldn't be overlooked. I want to see one that's written by Kourtney.
Yeah, go
Which
to the
one?
Kris. Go to the first. Go to the top
Kris
of the
Jenner
page.
on What It Takes to Be a Boss by Kourtney Kardashian. Oh! You're
What?
going to die at the opening line.
What? Oh, the devil works hard?
They say the devil works hard, but we all know Kris Jenner works harder. For my first ever interview for Poosh, I sat down with my mom to pick her brain on
For
what
my
it...
first ever interview.
Period. I sat down with my mom to pick her brain on what it means to be a boss. We talked about how to handle rejection, the importance of a morning routine, and a wind down at the end of the night. Spoiler, she says a long day always calls for a vodka drink. And what I learned when I was her assistant. Watched a video for wise words of wisdom. So she didn't even write the interview, she filmed it. And it honestly looks like a sad decor background.
Wait, so let me see.
Okay, hold on.
A Secor? Oh my God,
Wow,
that's
that is so
Secor.
sad. Honestly, like, this looks like porn. like, they're gonna talk and then like take each other's tops off, right? It's giving me weird porny vibes.
It does.
Because like it's poor audio and lighting.
Or it looks like the thing that you film like to audition when you can't
Yes.
make it into the room. Like
Or
you
no,
do
they-
an at-home tape.
No, they also film you in the room.
Yeah.
And then like years later, it's like watch Lea Michelle's Glee audition and that's it.
Right.
You see Lea Michelle's playing Ariel the Mermaid?
I did.
Is that one of the stories? or
No, I forgot.
Just iconic. Like,
Iconic.
There's nothing to
in
say
tune.
other than that this is the greatest thing to ever happen to us.
Yes. And Poosh is one
not.
of the worst. Not the worst. I mean, whatever. I hope that like this gives her something to be passionate about.
No, but it was so funny because when I was watching
But I
the
had
new
no clue
Kardashians,
that she wanted to be a big time magazine editor.
right? And when I was watching the Kardashians this week and Khloe was at her Good American shoot, I really realized like they all have so much going on in their lives, and like Kourtney actually has nothing, and like that's really what the crux of the argument last season was about. But like Khloe really has Good American, which is a huge brand. Kim has 1 million things. Her app, KKW Beauty. Kylie, obviously, Mogul City. Kris, Mogul City. Even fucking Rob has Arthur George. Kendall's one of the biggest models in the world. Like Kourtney actually like doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And she really rides the family coattails.
Not
All the way.
anymore.
This feels like very like a knockoff Goop.
Right, no, and it's like,
Food.
here's the thing. Whenever you're starting a brand or a company, like you have to answer the question, even on Shark Tank, like what does this service provide that people can't get anywhere else?
Or what problem does this solve?
Right. And there's nothing about this, I'm sorry, Mr. Wonderful, that's proprietary.
Or that's problem solving.
Right, like what problem, like what question do I have to ask myself? The question I have to ask myself is how does Kourtney Kardashian get ready for a big night out? That's the only way I would end up here.
Like honestly, you know what would be
Do
interesting?
you want to know the answer?
Yeah.
Before glam, before outfit planning, there's one ritual Quartz swears by when she's getting ready for an event or a night out. You ready for it? She applies gel patches under...
You're kidding me. That is
under her eyes for at least 5 minutes prior to
like
putting
every
on
other
any
woman in
makeup.
America.
She keeps hers in the fridge to feel the cool... This is the Skinny Confidential.
Literally. Oh my God. Honestly, I think
I already knew
Lauren
that.
Everts has a case.
I think she does too. She's coming to
Is she
co-host with me
co-hosting?
next week, and I'm going to talk to her about this. We're going to do
This
a
is a
crackdown.
Finny, Jenny, this is a Finny Confidential.
We need to do a side-by-side of all the articles she's stolen because I put my gel patches in the fridge because
of Lauren?
Lauren told me.
By the way, I
Yes.
didn't even know that. I'm gonna do it.
Oh my God, it's incredible. It's a cooling sensation for the eyes.
Oh, I love a cooling sensation before my makeup.
She keeps hers in the fridge to feel the full cooling effect on the delicate area of the face. The beauty of gel pads is that they help to firm, tone, and depuff your under eye area within minutes. Consider adding this step to your evening prep routine. Shop a few of our picks below.
Blogging is annoying because like if someone launched an Instagram.
I just want to see if I click something, am I being taken to
Let's see.
our style? Our style.
So she's really using like
These are-
affiliates.
Don't buy the links.
Jackie,
God.
you just gave her $1.
Stop. No, I didn't buy it. She doesn't get money for clicks. Just conversions. Just
wow,
kidding.
that's-
I mean, you should support. We're here, females
Supporting other
females.
women. Yeah.
But here's the thing. There's something about Kourtney Kardashian that is interesting, and I'll tell you what it is. A few years ago, maybe 5 years ago, when she like had just given up and she was wearing all her hair in those like
Bangs.
braids and bangs, and she was living in that house with Scott, and she seemed so fucking miserable
And so unhappy.
and
yeah.
wearing like too much Allison Olivia.
Yes.
And wasn't getting it hemmed.
Yeah.
And it was a hard time for her. And it seemed as though she had like just given up, decided to be a mom, just going the natural route, like just whatever.
She didn't care.
That's the path that she had chosen. And then something happened when she broke up with Scott where she really got her groove back.
Yeah.
And I wish this website addressed how Kourtney got her groove back. Like,
Totally.
her face used to like,
Yeah.
And now she's like,
Because you know what? She's smiling.
She's like this.
Literally. No, but that's so true.
Like something and she definitely had some work done, like anyone else,
She did lose a lot of weight. She got really into working out with Chloe.
Right, and I want to know what happened mentally and physically to make that transition possible.
That is such a good call.
That's the question I want answered. I don't care how she gets ready for a big night out now that she's like fresh
Perfect
as a
looking.
daisy. How did she become fresh as a daisy
Great insight.
when she was so happy being not that?
Totally.
Remember those braids? Oh,
Yeah, no, the bangs
that
were
was
bad.
a hard time
And
for
she
just
wore a lot
America.
of yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And collars.
Yes.
That was a hard time for America when girls were wearing their hair in braids like they were working on a farm.
But I also loved that house, just aesthetically, it was very traditional colonial house, and I just loved it. But I feel like that wasn't actually their house because they never really showed the real outside of their houses.
Oh, of course not. And yeah, and then Scott got that bear that he carved. It was just a weird time.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't believe we suffered through it with them.
We are tried and true fans.
And people are saying she eats natural. That's why she looks so good. But she ate natural even when she looked bad.
Yeah, she's been organic forever.
Yesterday, I went to this store with Snitch that's a totally clean store. They sell Goop, they sell Vital Proteins, every natural thing ever. And we wanted to get some protein smoothies. And we wound up looking around. They had a lot of CBD. And Snitch was saying she needs CBD to put in her coffee, which makes no fucking sense. That is an oxymoron.
Right, because coffee gives you energy and CBD mellows you out.
Right, so why don't you just do neither and you'll feel okay.
Right, you'll feel balanced.
So I was like, okay, I will get it for you if you put it in your tea or do something that makes a little bit more sense. So we got a couple things, some CBD chocolates.
You did?
Yeah, and we got maybe and I got that jade roller.
Wait, that's so crazy.
Rose quartz roller.
Because when I was in LA, I went to Walker Draws to visit Caroline Rosado, and they were giving me all their brands that they work with. Do you do CBD? I'm like, no, they gave me a CBD vape pen, and I was in my hotel room later that night, and I was like, should I do it? But I didn't.
Oh, you should have. Anyways, we got 4 things, and the total was $170. And I was just so nervous. I was like, oh,
What store was this?
It was a Clean Market. I think that's actually what it's called.
Where the hell did you go?
It was just nearby, and we just wanted protein smoothies.
Right.
Because we just worked out, so we needed some protein.
Right.
And I was felt so awkward, so I just paid because I was I came into Goop store,
right.
I can't start
This is the
complaining
price
about
you
prices.
pay.
And then Snitch was like, I just assumed everything was expensive, but it turned out no. The CBD thing was $75, the one thing that Snitch wanted. So we didn't get it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really wanted to see if it worked.
But we got these CBD chocolates that then Snitch called me and said it was the most disgusting thing she's ever had and she couldn't even eat it.
Oh, well, I just want to know, it's not about the taste, it's about like the effectiveness afterwards.
Right, but like if you can't get it down.
Right.
How are you
No,
gonna?
people like the drops, like that you just like drop in water or something.
Yeah, well that's what she tried to get, but it was $70-something.
Yeah, no, not worth it.
Crazy. And
Yeah.
I was like so awkward. I didn't know how to be like,
That is so awkward.
It was, and I can't ever go back there now.
Well, don't worry.
Because we were like itemizing everything. Except I did get the rose quartz roller and I regret it. Like, I feel like I moved my brain around.
Your brain does look like off today.
No, like I started doing my forehead and then I had a headache.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like
Maybe you went too hard.
I think I did. I moved some stuff around. But
Interesting.
people say it's good for when you're puffy and you have a hangover.
Yeah, the
I don't know.
puffiness is legit. You leave it in your freezer.
I'm just gonna stick to my vitamins because they've gotten me this far.
They've
in
taken
life.
care of you this far.
Hence the name.
I've actually been off my
Care
vitamins
of.
because I forgot to bring them with me to my week-long trip in LA. And I got back on this morning and I feel like, I mean, you can hear the nasality in my voice. Like I'm just feeling, my immune system is feeling vulnerable because I haven't been taking care of my body.
And you haven't been listening to your body. And
Right.
that's so key.
And as a good
an
blogger,
influencer,
yeah, as a good blogger, one always has to listen to their body. Well, with the winter blues coming to an end, it's finally time to get back to a routine that empowers you to feel your healthiest. Give yourself an extra boost this season, whether you're looking for more energy, better sleep, to maintain stress, or something else to help you feel your healthiest. Care of's fun online quiz asks you about your diet, health, goals, and lifestyle choices, and takes only 5 minutes to find out if your personally, scientifically backed vitamin and supplement recommendations. We have a code for you because we care about you guys. For 50% off your first month of personalized Care of vitamins, go to Take Care Of and enter code TOAST50. So go to takecareof.com, enter code TOAST50 for 50% off your first month of personalized Care of vitamins. I've been on them now since the beginning of the year, and I definitely feel the effectiveness. At most, I feel the effectiveness because I've been taking milk thistle, which helps with digestion. I'm pooping like 5 times a day.
Also, when I was in that store, I really realized like so many of the brands that we work with on the Toast have really helped me like get in better health and shape. Like,
Are we wellness experts?
yeah, and I'm really glad for it. Like, so many of the things that I use now are natural. Like, I've been using, like, obviously I switched to a natural deodorant
too.
last week. I finally switched to Kopari because I was using literally like Zax's deodorant and it wasn't enough. Like, all the chemicals, my immunity had gotten so high that I was
too.
like, I have to scale it back.
Jackie, literally me too, and I now only use natural deodorant, and I don't do it because like I care, like Kourtney Kardashian. I just do it because like it feels good.
And it just like can't be good for me to be using men's deodorant and still smell.
Do we have a code for CBD? No.
No, I wish. Someone was being so funny. They're like, they're weird about CBD, but Jewel.
Totally.
I'm not weird.
I'm just scared. I'm scared, honestly.
I'm gonna take my CBD chocolates tonight.
Oh my God, will you give me one?
Yeah, actually I have them in my bag.
Should we take them right now?
Ooh.
What does it make
but
you
it's
feel?
nothing. Like, it's not a drug. It's just like caffeine. It's the caffeine of tiredness, you know?
Okay, so like before bed, it's a good thing to take?
Yeah, it'll make you,
Split it with
are
me.
getting sleepy.
Split it with me.
I will.
Okay, because I want to go to bed at like 8 o'clock tonight, and then tomorrow we'll find out if it worked.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll let you guys know. Even though we're acting like it's fucking Ambien, and I'm pretty sure it just like is a piece of chocolate.
Yeah, it's like natural.
But we're gonna find
whatever.
out. Okay, next story. John Cena's mystery woman revealed days after being spotted together during night out in Vancouver. This is so crazy.
Because Biggie Fella is here.
I almost said last Monday the WME wrestler.
Oh,
The WWE wrestler was spotted grinning ear to ear as he held hands with a smiling dark-haired woman who was holding onto his arm. From a fellow wrestler to a Canadian engineer, 1 week after John Cena was spotted out and about in Vancouver with a mystery woman, her identity has been revealed as Shay Shariat-Sadeh. Shariat-Sadeh currently works as a project manager for Aviglione, a Motorola Solutions tech company, and has been employed at the Vancouver-based company since 2015,
So
according
she's a
to E!
genius.
News, who first confirmed her identity. How did they meet? Where did they meet?
No, totally.
That's
Like, was
always
she at
what-
SummerSlam? I don't think so.
What's so crazy is I've recently become really into Total Bellas
Bellas.
just because it was like on Sunday night, and I just love a good sister show like this one. So now that the season ended, I was like, I wanted to go back to season 1. Where did these girls come from? Like, I want to understand their dynamics.
Right.
And I like now having watched only season 4, like Brie is like post-pregnancy and always trying to get back into shape, and Nikki's the one in shape. But apparently it wasn't always like that. It was the
No.
opposite.
Yes.
So it's like I just want to know how things started. So I started Total Bellas season 1. Did you ever watch a season where they're all living in John Cena's house?
No, I never watched Total Bellas. I only watched Total Divas.
Claudia, you have to just watch the first episode. They all move into John Cena's house, and he's the scary.
Who's all?
The whole family.
Why?
Because Nikki broke her neck, and she needs people to help her, and they're also probably just got a reality show and they need to be together.
Oh man, she broke her neck?
Or she had neck surgery.
Okay.
Sorry, that's like really misleading.
I think you die if you break your neck.
She had neck surgery. She couldn't lift stuff, she couldn't drive.
Okay.
So she needed people to help her, and also they probably just got the reality show contract. How fun, we'll all live together.
Right.
Except the house of John Cena is so scary.
He's like
so many rules.
Yeah.
And every Friday they have to have a dinner where they all dress up, and they keep saying they want it to be like Downton Abbey. They have this like weird obsession with Downton Abbey, and it's like so weird. Like, I'm sorry, John Cena, you're not a part of Downton Abbey.
No, not at all. But John Cena makes them have the dinner?
Yeah, where they all get dressed up, and it's like they can't wear shoes in the house. But then so Brie and her husband like came into Downton Abbey dinner without shoes on, and they were like, "You fucking savages."
No,
it's like, how are you supposed to know you're supposed to wear shoes?
John Cena's definitely weird.
He's so crazy, and it's like, why did we ever ship them?
Yeah, no, I used to watch, and like he had so many, he's really scary, and I feel like this is the worst type of situation. Like Nicki got him to settle down, even got him to get married, but never wanted kids. Like I feel like now that he's like been groomed, like he's literally gonna marry this girl. That's always what happens.
Yeah, that was like when Justin Sylvester was here, we were talking about Dan Bilzerian for some reason.
Why?
Because when Lynette Scapa was arrested and all these officers came to her house like totally armed and dangerous, everyone in the street thought it was for Dan Bilzerian because she lives next door to him.
Oh my God, he makes how much money?
Oh my God, he was already rich, and now that's why he's famous, because of how rich he is and how much he was spending his money.
Right, and now he's like starting like a marijuana company.
Oh.
I actually just looked at his Instagram recently. I don't know why.
We were talking about him and how he's actually really cute and interesting.
No, he's interesting. I mean, that video of him running towards the gunfire at Route 51, like I will never forget, and now I love him forever. But
so we were saying like how Dan Bilzerian, well, Justin was like, who's he gonna marry? And I was like, literally one day he's just gonna wake up and it's like the first girl who woke up next to him, that will be his wife, and that's what's gonna happen to John Cena.
Yeah, no, it's like this girl doesn't even know the work that Nikki Bella put in grooming John Cena to be ready for this relationship.
But then also the crazy thing about John Cena is like he was so crazy with all of his rules, but every time Nikki would confront him about something, he handled it in such like a mature way and always admitted to the error of his ways and wanted to change, but it was like walking on eggshells. Like it was...
No, he's literally a sociopath.
No. And it's like we're all watching it on TV, and then he's also Ferdinand the Bull. I understand how he was a bull.
Right. I mean, just the trajectory of a lot of WWE stars' career is so interesting. Like I always forget The Rock was like the OG John Cena.
Right.
And the Hulk.
OG Rock.
Wait, the Hulk? No, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
The Hulk is wait, who came first? The Hulk or Hulk Hogan?
Probably the Hulk.
And then he named himself Hulk Hogan. Yeah, no, it's just so weird. Remember like Brooke Hogan?
Yeah, and her songs.
God, I have a picture of me and Brooke Hogan.
What?
In Miami. There used to be this restaurant. Actually, there still is this restaurant called Barton G's. They actually went there in the Kardashians. It's like there's no real food. It's all like you get a piece of fish in a cotton candy machine. Like it's so fucking stupid. And me and my friends went there because it was like a hot spot, and like Alicia's mom like got us a reservation. And we were like on spring break, and we went and we saw Brooke Hogan, and like she was like the Lindsay Lohan of the time. And like me and my friend Anna, like we fucking like ran after her and asked for a picture, and like I actually still have the picture, and it's honestly like iconic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Awesome.
It was totally awesome.
Anyways, I just can't believe
John Cena's back on the map.
Back dating someone. I mean, this is actually interesting timing because Nikki Bella just announced that she's dating her Dancing with the Stars partner.
Right.
And they also launched a podcast.
Her and the partner or her and the Bellas?
The Bella podcast, which
Cute.
honestly makes a lot of sense.
What's it called?
And I'm literally such a big fan, the Bella podcast. I'm such a big fan of them, I might actually listen to the podcast.
I think they could have done better with the name. The Bella podcast.
Right.
Like, it should be like Buzzin' Bellas. The Barton Bellas.
Yeah.
Or like the Bella Broadcast.
Yeah.
I don't know, something with the letter B.
B,
It's a good letter.
We'll work on it and then we'll pitch them some ideas. So it's interesting suspect timing. He looks really happy though.
Yeah, in this picture that surface of them, like, what's with his hair? That's how Ben wears his hair.
He's a changed man.
If
Remember
you had
when
asked,
he went on GMA and like begged for her back and said that he would have kids?
Before I saw this picture, if you asked me what color is John Cena's hair, I would have said he's bald. Like, but now this picture, his hair looks so odd.
Yeah.
It's like he got a comb over and hair plugs. And he dyed it black to match hers.
Yeah. He just needs to be the man that like this engineer, like
right.
worthy of an engineer.
Maybe he's like insecure because he's like fights for a living and like she's like an actual accomplished engineer changing the world.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm actually really, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm really glad that John and Nikki aren't together.
Me too.
You have to just watch season 1,
Okay.
episode 1. Claudia,
I
the
will.
way it opens, all you have to watch is the opening.
Okay.
It's like shocking.
Toxic.
Like he yells at the mom for not making her bed. Not
Oh
yells, but
God.
he's like, you didn't make your bed.
I'm shook.
Isn't that so weird?
Totally.
Okay. Next story. Little like health news or lack thereof. Measles count in U.S. this year already more than all of 2018. Have you heard about this measles outbreak?
Is that because people aren't getting their vaccines?
Measles cases in the U.S. have already surged past the total for all of last year, and it's only April, officials say. Remember how I used to associate, not used to, it was last month, March with the number 5?
No.
I said it on the Patreon episode.
When?
Like every time I have to write like March, like if the date was like March 31st, I always write like 5/31. Like
really?
Yeah. I also associate April with the color green.
You're a freak.
Just associations that I think are interesting.
That are, well, interesting. Okay.
People in the Toasters yesterday were doing all these posts like when it's like nobody and then me. You want to hear an interesting...
What do I back for this scamp? Okay, wait, finish the story about the measles.
Sorry. The number of U.S. measles cases through the first 3 months of this year have surpassed the count for all of 2018, health officials say. There have been 387 cases through March. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reported Monday. There were 372 last year. The numbers are preliminary and may change, but the 2019 tally is already the most since 2014, when 667 were reported.
Does it say why?
This year's numbers have been driven by outbreaks in several states, including New York.
Ooh.
You know, I'm not feeling so well.
I don't know why, but like when I think measles, I just think you get like bumps all over your face. Is that
like
true?
chickenpox.
Is that true?
I think maybe that's how
I think you
starts.
get like huge cysts. Like that's what I consider measles.
Mm-hmm. California, Illinois, Texas, and Washington. Most people who get measles have not been vaccinated. In the U.S., most outbreaks are sparked by travelers who picked up the virus in countries where measles are more common. Measles is singular, apparently.
Once again, the anti-vaxxers just like ruining our nation.
Nearly 83,000 people contracted measles in Europe in 2018, the highest number in a decade, according to the World Health Organization. The measles vaccine is 97% effective, according to the CDC. Measles is spread through the air when an infected person coughs or sneezes.
But so like if
and it is extremely contagious.
I was vaccinated, so let's say someone with measles like licks my nose. I'm fine, right?
Unless the 3% of the vaccination kicks in, the percent that doesn't work.
Yeah, but it's the vaccine still inside me?
Like it's like a condom that's like 98% effective. You could still get pregnant, technically.
Okay, so if someone with measles comes and licks my face, I have a 3% chance of getting it, but someone who doesn't has a 100% chance.
Yeah.
All right, I like those odds.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
That's like anything. Nothing's for certain.
For sure, yeah.
So
it's just like, I can't, like, with the anti-vaxxers.
I know, you really, like, are so anti-vaxxers.
Because I just kind of, like, fell into the conversation once. I don't know how. You know what? I was watching Wahlburgers, that TV show about the Wahlbergs, and Jenny McCarthy was on there saying how she's really, like, a big spokesperson for anti-vaxxers, and that's how I first heard about it, and I just like started learning because I thought it was interesting.
I feel like a good amount of celebrities are. I'm sure there's like a list.
There are also a good amount of celebrities who are Scientologists. Speaking of Scientologists, I'm going to Clearwater, Florida this weekend, where the Scientology headquarters are headquartered. So feel free to grab tickets to my show at girlwithnojob.com. I'll be hitting up Clearwater, Florida, which is in like the Tampa area, and then also Orlando, which is like in the Disney area.
Are you gonna go to Disney?
No, it's actually really far. But do you know how hard it is to find a hotel in Orlando that's not from Disneyland? Because I'm like,
you should go. Stay in the JoJo
It's like,
Siwa
Jackie,
room.
it's like 2 hours away. I just Googled like hotels in Orlando. All I get is Disney Four Seasons.
Of course.
It's crazy.
Wait, you should go to the Disney Four Seasons.
I know, it looked really nice, but it's 2 hours away from where I actually need to be. I'm in downtown Orlando.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, fifth and final story. A little food news that's exciting for vegetarians and kosher people. Burger King joins the Faux-Meat trend with a new Impossible Whopper. This is like really major. It's the first fast food joint that's gonna have a vegetarian burger on the menu.
Oh my God, how great for you. Wait, what's the chain? I wasn't listening.
Burger King.
Oh shit.
So we're gonna have to go to Burger King, which like we never did before, but
actually, speak for yourself.
I know. Burger King rolled out a meatless version of its signature Whopper in 59 stores around St. Louis, Missouri Monday, becoming the latest fast food joint to serve up plant-based patties.
That is so cool.
Burger Giant's latest menu item will use, quote, meat made by Silicon Valley startup Impossible Foods and will cost $1 more than the original Whopper, reports Reuters. Wow, that's a tongue twister.
Reporters. By the way, isn't that weird though that vegetables would cost more than meat?
No, because I think like it takes a lot more to engineer. Also, I once had an Impossible Burger, and it was at iPick, and it was called the Impossible Burger, and it was just a veggie burger. And I got it, and I was like, I'm sorry, sir, you gave me a hamburger.
Shut up.
And he was like, no, it's the Impossible Burger, it's meant to taste like meat. I'm like, there's no way this is vegetarian.
So that's what they're gonna have at Burger King?
Yes.
That's so exciting.
I didn't know that Impossible Burgers were a brand of burgers that are vegetarian, that are made to taste like meat. I was like, Zach, taste this. Like, this is a fucking hamburger.
Right.
And it's so,
I wonder if I would like it.
It's like a comedy. And I think I sent it back because I was like, sir, I think they get it all the time. Like, it's so confusing.
For sure.
But now it just needs to be known that Impossible, capital I, is a brand of veggie patties that are made to taste like real meat.
Do you think I would like it?
I think, do you like hamburgers?
Yeah, I do.
And then I think you might.
I actually love a hamburger.
The plant-based patty, which bleeds and sizzles,
Ew.
is made using an iron containing compound called heme.
Do you think that it bleeds like beet juice? How do they make it bleed?
I don't know. Exciting.
Exciting.
Make it bleed.
I actually really do like hamburgers.
Burger King's new Whopper comes amid a wave of meatless burger options at popular fast food chains.
Like what
Which
else?
ones? Where do I get these burger?
How do I back for this burger?
Carl's Jr. and White Castle are both already selling beefless patties, but the meat substitute's appearance at Burger King, the second largest hamburger chain in the U.S., may signal that the plant-based meat replacements are ready to go mainstream. I think that they are. I think it is so crazy
Me too.
that McDonald's, all they have is a fucking fish fillet. That's nasty.
And most vegetarians won't even eat fish.
And most vegetarians won't eat a fish fillet.
No, Ben eats it and fucking loves it, and
No.
he always sings a song.
I ordered one in Nashville at what I now know was the height of my fatness.
Yeah.
Because I ordered a fish fillet.
Give me back that fillet of fish. Give me that fish. Hey, that was a great commercial.
And I think it's time to go a veggie burger. It doesn't even have to be impossible if you don't want to. There's so many good veggie burgers out there. Dr. Prager's, Boca Burger.
Yeah. No, it's actually
Give
really.
me a Boca Burger at McDonald's.
It's also shocking, like that, with the rise of like healthy fast food, like Chipotle being like a huge chain, like that they wouldn't even attempt to move in the direction of like plant-based goodness.
It's just like how in first class, unless you pre-order a vegetarian meal, there's no veg. I understand that they're not going to have a kosher meal for everyone or every dietary need, vegan, paleo, but there should be the two options of meat and vegetarian. I
Yeah.
thought vegetarian was that mainstream, but no, I apparently I'm weird.
You are. No, but it's becoming much more popular.
But not in first class on Delta flights.
Vegetarianism is like popular, I think, in like coastal cities. Like in real America, like they just eat whatever they want.
But it's like vegetarianism covers so many bases because I'm not a vegetarian, I'm just kosher. So when I'm out, I'm vegetarian. Like, and I feel like a lot of other people
But if you're
feel
out at
that
a
way.
kosher restaurant, you'll eat meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like on a Delta flight, I'll eat vegetarian.
Right.
It's just like, come on, what about a risotto?
A pasta, a linguine.
With clams?
No clams.
No, linguine, no clams. Except,
Linguine, hold the clams.
and they always make me feel like so crazy, like I'm asking for like the most, I think it's so easy for a vegetarian option. Anyways, obviously Burger King gets it. I'm gonna go support Burger King when they're in New York. I'm fucking going in an Impossible Burger.
Let's go.
Right now it's only in St. Louis.
Okay, guess we're going to St. Louis.
Meet me in St. Louis.
Wait, what are the other cities? Let me see if I'm headed there on tour.
No, it's just St. Louis.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
but
weird.
hopefully
Is St. Louis like the capital of vegetarianism?
I don't know, but hopefully it goes well over there. If you live in St. Louis, please
Go
go
buy.
order an Impossible Burger. And like, if you don't even want to eat it, like, you charge me on Venmo and I'll pay for it.
You'll regret saying
just
that.
to support. Actually,
I got a Venmo request, like,
Yeah.
broke college student, $60.
did you complete it?
No!
Yeah, ever since like everyone sent Becca Kufrin money for drinks after she was like dumped, I'm over like people either
Venmo as a
charging
joke.
or requesting.
Same, I think it's like not funny.
Yeah, the joke's over.
Yeah.
So yeah, please don't Venmo me.
Give me
Anyways,
back that fillet of fish. Give me that fish. Hey.
ooh.
Was that our last story?
That was our last story.
Oh, let's talk about Vanderpump Rules.
Let's do it, my sis.
It was a good episode. Better than the past few we've had, I believe.
Oh, yeah. And I just want to say something controversial, that this season stinks.
Yes.
We had 4 episodes in the lead up to Mexico, which never happens on a Bravo show.
That was weird.
It's lead up and then trip. And it's because there is a dearth of content and they're trying to make something out of nothing in a lot of episodes. And I have like, in this episode specifically, I had a lot of feelings about the future of the show.
Yeah.
And that it can't keep going the way that it is. And they build this season as the Vanderpump Rules go somewhere they've never been, adulthood. And no, they're supposed to be going to adulthood, and they're not. And they just keep drinking for the show, and they're ruining their own lives. Like, Stassi drinking, and she is destroying her life
relationship,
and
yeah.
her relationship. And if she didn't have to go on this trip for the show and like keep drinking all day, like she wouldn't have gotten to that place. And it's like, even Katie and Tom, like, oh my God, it's really making me sad. It's like the dedication that they have to give to the show are destroying the lives that they've built for themselves.
Totally, that's such a good point.
Lala.
Yeah. Even though Lala, I feel like, is like of a different generation in terms of like, she's like the nouveau, like James Kennedy vibe, but she's kind of transcended into like an OG group.
Brittany and her stomach.
Oh, yeah, so stupid.
Stop, like, she can't not drink on the trip, otherwise what is she doing there?
Right.
But like, she has
She's
an ulcer.
Totally.
It's
Great
like-
point. Also, they're just like making mountains out of molehills. It's like they're all getting drunk and having like dumb arguments that they forget about in the morning, but they're making them have it out. Stassi and Beau like staying up all night going through this conversation, whereas normally they would probably just go to sleep and wake up and get over it because it wasn't a real fight. But they're making them all drink. They're having like heightened drunk arguments that aren't real and they're pretending like that's real life.
Right.
And it's not.
No. And it's not enjoyable to watch these people that you've grown to love like over 7 years, like watching the trajectory of like Stassi's life and her boyfriends. And now she's finally with Beau, and like we can all agree they're so cute together. He's so great for her, and like we just want the best for them. And it's like, but being in this Vanderpump hamster wheel, it's self-destructive. And it's like, I don't want to see that about this character that I love, who's coming out with a book.
Could we talk about Lala being naked on the terrace with Tom Schwartz and Tom Sandoval?
Unbelievably inappropriate.
Because it wasn't 2 years ago that Lala like flashed her tits at the waterfall and Katie was freaking out. Now Katie's sitting with her tits out too, and she's getting a beer from Tom Schwartz with her tits out.
And it's like, yeah, it's crazy what exceptions you'll make for people that you like and rules that you make for people that you don't like. And she's unbelievably cool for allowing that. I would never.
Never, especially because Lala has like the most perfect tits ever.
When they were all skinny dipping and I was just like looking at all of their bodies. First of all, they all look incredible.
They all look incredible. And I love how they were all wearing underwear except for Kristen.
And neither was Lala.
Oh, maybe it was Lala.
No, Kristen was wearing underwear.
So was Lala.
Also, the Puerto Vallartan oceans are very choppy. Like, I don't think they're known for their beaches.
No, when Kristen got knocked out.
And when they're in there drunk, and that's why they were like, everyone hold hands. I think they knew that it was the dumbest thing that they could ever do.
Terrible idea.
Drunk, and not just drunk swimming, which is always a bad idea, but like choppy oceans, drunk.
And normally I think like Sheena is
is
so boring, but like, no, I wouldn't have gone in either.
No, and who else did?
Ariana.
Ariana.
Ariana being wasted, like just talking in circles on the porch was so funny.
It was so real.
I like drunk Ariana. That's interesting.
Me too. And when Ariana called Lala aside to like scold her, I was so glad that Lala doubled down.
Me too.
First, I'm a Lala apologizer, so even if she's wrong, I don't see it. But in this instance, and with the whole Raquel, James, Billy thing, I am so on Lala's side because what everyone fails to mention is that they were talking about her dad.
Right.
And she overheard it, and then they made her feel crazy, like she heard something that she didn't
Right,
hear.
and it's like everyone's glazing over just that small detail about the things that they said to ignite her into being so crazy, like, you can't react like that. Actually, when someone talks about your father in general, let alone your father who just passed away, you can react however the fuck you want.
Right, and so Lala's only crime was yelling in the workplace. Not the things she said and not who she said them to. The crime was yelling in the workplace, which, you know, we've all been guilty of at some point. Especially on Vanderpump Rules.
The picture that Tom Sandoval took of Sheena was actually really good.
No, I know.
Her ass looked amazing.
But when she was like starting in, like Adam
not answering,
she looks hot. Like
that's boring.
Yeah.
And not interesting and boring.
When Jax said he still had feelings for Stassi, I was crying.
I feel like they feel like they have to have like these drunk because they really got so popular, like getting wasted, throwing their chunky sweaters off, beating each other up, Stassi slapping Kristen. They feel like that's the level that they have to achieve to make the show good. When in reality, them just sitting around and joking, like Jax being like, I still have feelings for you, like that is funny, and that was the best part of the episode. Like not the drunk, stupid fighting.
Right.
That's obviously forced.
Right. And like it's like they just drink and see what happens. Like that's the template for the show.
So I went to watch Robin's Live afterwards, and it wasn't on. They had a Vanderpump Rules special.
And it made me really depressed, and I turned it off because everyone was being so mean to Jax, and it's like, here's...
Okay, wait, no, that was just...
the beginning.
Yeah,
no,
but that was just 1 minute clip. They did like 10 of those.
And then I was thinking about Jax, and I was
Me
like...
too.
All of these seasons, and Jax has said, if you read interviews with him, it's very clear that, yes, he did a lot of fucked up shit, but he was also doing it in the name of the show.
Right.
But his character has now grown and matured, and this is the phase that he's in, where he's just being a doting fiance, and he can finally like live his life with Brittany the way that he wants, because he's cycled out of being the villain.
Right.
And now the show is boring because of it. And I feel like as much as Jax hates James, Jax understands that it is necessary for James to be on these trips and to be at boys' night in order for the show to be interesting.
Like Jax can't always be the asshole. Like there has to be a new asshole.
And Jax actually can't be the asshole anymore because it won't work for the show. Otherwise, then Brittany will have to break up with him.
Right.
And that people need to grow up. Like the audience enjoys seeing Jax and Brittany being engaged.
Yeah.
James, like there needs to be a villain. It is James, and he should be on these trips. And the girls are like, not understanding the business of the show.
Right. No, totally. Because it's
Jax like dealt with so much shit for so long.
Yeah.
Seen on Watch What Happens Live. That's why
that clip on Watch What Happens Live was really sad. They used to be so mean to him. But I really did like, it was like a 30-minute episode where they just went back on every time the cast has been on Watch What Happens Live. And the most interesting part was that, hold on, I have to sneeze. You can mute my mic, 1 sec.
Nice.
Thank you. Which I didn't know is that in season 2, when they were filming, they found out that Jax and Kristen fucked. And
who found out?
The crew,
Okay.
the cast, like they were filming currently, and they booked Jax and Stassi on Watch What Happens Live, and nobody knew that they weren't together anymore and that this whole thing had come out. So Stassi had her back towards him the whole time. They were being so mean to each other. And he's like, now we look back watching the interview, knowing that Stassi had just found out that he fucked Kristen, and it's so awkward.
Oh my God.
That's why those little, like, the episodes are interesting.
Yeah, but I actually was looking forward to a live episode to Watch What Happens Live, but I guess they
Me
filmed
too.
a reunion, which everyone was saying was so dramatic. I read the fakest, speaking of my new segment of fake headlines.
Yeah.
I read an article, exclusive, page 6, that Vanderpump Rules cast is divided after the reunion.
Yeah.
Because when they went to Caesar's Palace,
Yeah, for Lisa Vanderpump.
yeah, they went to like a pool, and James and Raquel and a friend were at one cabana and everyone else was at the other. Like, that's not the Vanderpump Rules cast divided. That's how things are now. I thought it was going to be like Lala,
Right.
Sheena,
No, the
Stassi.
headline should have been Vanderpump Rules group is divided, the same as it's always been.
Right. Reunion changes nothing for Vanderpump Rules crew.
I didn't really realize, I don't think, until like the last month, like how wealthy Lisa Vanderpump is. Like owning a restaurant in LA, I mean in Vegas, like is, as a restaurateur, like the highest level, like it's easy money. That restaurant will now and forever like make millions of dollars for Lisa Vanderpump, and like not everyone can get that.
No, I don't know. And it's weird that she keeps saying 30-something restaurants. Like, you don't know how many restaurants you've opened?
Right, and it's like, how many do you have open? Excuse me, now.
Yeah.
I don't care about the previous 30.
The 30-something, it was the second time I'd heard it. She said it last night. And it's like, I don't know. If I was opening restaurants, I think I'd keep count.
Duh.
It's like, and 30-something is a lot of restaurants to have opened, but it's not like a number like a Google billion.
And the Tom bullshittery, like I just can't care.
I can't care, except Tom is really popping off. Like, Miley was there and Selena Gomez was
Yeah, I
there, and
know.
like it's really become a hot spot.
Good for them.
That's what it should be.
Right, but
But
I
it's
just like
crazy
hate
how
that Lisa Vanderpump's a part of it.
Reality TV is really like permeating the celebrity world.
Totally.
You know, when it's like if Jennifer Lawrence is going out in LA, like she's gonna go to Tom.
Right, so they did a whole thing on Jennifer Lawrence on that thing last night, and it was really funny, and she had great insight on Sheena. I just, it's like, I'm really happy that all the celebrities are like loving Tom, but like, it's annoying. I can't explain it.
No, it is annoying, and it all ends up in the pocket of Lisa Vanderpump, which makes it the most annoying. Except the Toms get 5%. I'm happy for them.
Me too, but like how...
I actually love the Toms. Like, they always like have been great on the show. I never personally related to them, but I just feel like they've been extra great, and they've really been such troopers with Lisa.
Totally, but I'll like really never be able to wrap my head around the fact that like Lisa gifted this restaurant to them, and Tom Schwartz never worked at SUR. And he really got on the show just for being Katie's husband, and like he bartended once at Pump and had a panic attack, and he's great for the show, whatever, but it's like, there are a lot of people who continuously like work, but I guess she really did it for Katie, because like Katie's her favorite, but Tom, and like, I get why Lisa Vanderpump did it, but it's like Jax. Jack bled out for the show. Everyone in the world hates Jax.
That
like,
I know, it's really sad for Jax, and like she could have made a restaurant called The Witches of WeHo that was like a spooky Jekyll and Hyde restaurant.
No, she fucking hates Kristen.
The fact that she was on the phone with Tom Sandoval and he was just talking about nothing, and she found a way to bring up Kristen, take one of Kristen's chill pills.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything? She's like obsessed with Kristen.
She's obsessed with hating Kristen.
It drives me crazy, and even when on Kristen's worst day, like I still take her side over Lisa Vanderpump. She was being like so annoying last night with Mexican Google Siri.
Oh, it's so stupid. Mariposa.
Like,
Is a butterfly.
why was she being such a freak?
I don't know. She like appears to be on drugs. Like,
When she was saying whatever the Spanish word for butterfly is, that's my new alter ego.
Mariposa.
What? Like,
Yeah, no, that was really stupid.
What?
They really are just like struggling
No, I'm
to fill
sorry.
the time blocks.
What?
Totally.
It made me so angry. Like that's like someone who says like my spirit animal is a koala. You know?
People who are still saying spirit animals like need to be shot.
No, like soon she's gonna come out with a James May T-shirt that says
Butterfly.
Mariposa is my spirit. Is
Or
my
it's gonna be
alter
like,
ego.
find your own butterfly.
I literally want to vomit.
Okay, well, it's 11:31, so we've gone a minute over.
Ooh, exciting.
Anything else you want to chat about?
I mean, I would like to let you know that this episode is brought to you by Skillshare, and that
please.
if you're not on Skillshare, you are just not educated, and I don't want to talk to you. Because Skillshare... Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with more than 25,000 classes in design, business, and more. You'll discover countless ways to fuel your curiosity, creativity, and career. And you know what? I'm a big classer these days. I'm going to a class tonight.
Yeah,
I love my
you're gonna do
Skillshare
the driving
classes.
class?
I'm really enjoying bettering myself. If Skillshare taught a driving class, you know I would be there. In the meantime,
Which Skillshare classes are you taking?
well, you know I've been taking my Photoshop class.
Oh, yes.
Which has been going really well. I still don't feel like an expert because like I just am not really, for
Savvy.
as much as like our business is like so technologically advanced, like I'm not. So I've really been enjoying my classes.
That's so interesting.
How about
Good
you?
for
Have you
you.
learned, has your amnesia gotten any better?
No, I did mobile photography, and I feel as if my Instagram flow has been the major benefactor of that class.
I love to hear it.
Yeah.
And lifelong learning is important to me in every facet of life because you just never want to be stagnant. You want to keep growing. And now that we're not in school to learn like boring shit, and I realized what one of the toasters told me what the trial was, the evolution. Remember I was talking
What
about
was it?
The Scopes monkey trial. Does that ring a bell?
No, none
How about this
whatsoever.
name? Clarence Darrow.
Nope, never heard of him.
Okay, well,
Finish the
finish the ad and then I'll tell you about the Scopes
Yes.
monkey trial. Anyways, you can join the millions of students already learning on Skillshare today with a special offer just for our listeners. Get 2 months of Skillshare for free. That's right, Skillshare is offering Toast listeners 2 months of unlimited access to over 25,000 classes for free. To sign up, go to Skillshare.com/morningtoast. Again, go to Skillshare.com/morningtoast to start your 2 months now. That's Skillshare.com/morningtoast. I love being American Camper when I'm doing ad reads.
So we have Siesta Key
That's
finale.
2 months free.
We have Siesta Key finale tonight. We have.
I'm not caught up because MTV is no longer on DirecTV and my login doesn't work.
Oh my God! Really? That's crazy.
So I can't get into the MTV app to watch shows.
But we get screeners.
But I have to watch them on my computer and they say screener on top.
Okay, fine. We
Siesta
also
Key
have.
is premium as fuck. I want it on
Do we
the
have
big
Beverly
screen.
Hills or New York tonight? I forget.
Beverly Hills.
Okay, wow, that's gonna be good. This is the screaming episode where they're screaming in Lisa's kitchen.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
And then Ken Vanderpump Todd comes out with his finger.
Oh, so I have a controversial opinion, which is that they're billing New York Housewives, and all the
That's
commercials
historic.
are Greatest Showman, This is the Greatest Show, which is like a bold thing to say, and they never use mainstream music in commercials, so like they paid a lot for the
Yep.
licensing. Then yesterday's commercial, it said something like, this is the greatest show on
In
television.
history.
In history. And I just want to say, like, so far this season is one of the worst we've ever had.
Bleak as hell.
Yeah, it's one of the worst in a while, considering it's been so good.
Bleakio.
Bleakio. Scopes Monkey Trial.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
So in Tennessee, back in the day, I don't know if this is the 1900s, this sounds like a 1900s story, when evolutionism was really
Up for debate.
And really taking, people were really starting to get into it. But, down south where people were very much on creationism, because that's very biblical.
Mute my mic, I'm about to sneeze.
Because they were all up against creationism. They accused a teacher of teaching evolution in schools. And apparently, I was reading on Wikipedia, so maybe it's true, maybe it's not. The teacher was actually in on this when they were gonna put him on trial for teaching in schools. He never did it, but he admitted to doing it so that this trial could get nationwide press. And it just became a template for one, like evolution versus creationism as debated in a court of law, which is weird. And two, just for courts of law.
I'm not gonna lie, I understood 0% of what you just said.
I think I need to make you watch the Scopes Monkey trial.
Fuck no, get away
How
from me.
much would I have to pay you?
Everyone,
Wait,
thank you so much for joining.
To bring it back, what if you watch Scopes Monkey Trial, and as long as that is, I'll watch episodes of Friends?
Honestly, no. That's how much I don't want to watch it.
Claude, I think you could learn something.
I'm not interested in learning. I'm on Skillshare, bitch. Thank you guys for watching the Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, and we're also available as a podcast. Feel free to come see me on tour. I'm hitting up Clearwater and Orlando this weekend, so that's girlwithnojob.com for tickets. And that's all I got. Anything you want to shell?
Yes, I just want to say justice for this outfit. I'm going to stand up to show you that it's actually cute. Oh, and you can always follow me at Jackie O Problems, where I wear cute outfits like this one with my M. Jemmy shoes.
Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.